Hi, it's Bill with T-Rex Econ. I'm the one with the tie, and I'm back with more IGCSE MCQs. We're doing the summer 2017 question paper 13, and did the rest, so now we're doing question 22. And this is another repeat, but this is a good exercise. So here's some numbers. When I see numbers, I usually read the last part of the question. What was the budget balance of the government in that year? They also did this on question paper 11 and 12, but we'll do it again. So what was here's the spending. What was the budget balance? Here's spending and here's revenue. So obviously they spent more than they took in revenue. So 66 minus 40 is 26, and 28 minus 19 is 9. So they have a $926 million deficit. 22 is pretty easy. The answer is A. 23, well, let's see. 23, so this is a table about a developing country. Let's see, consumer prices, percent change. Oh, maybe it's CPI. Well, let's see. So we can see the different percent changes in prices on the previous year. So this is year by year percent change, and which statement must be correct. So probably need to read each one. Prices fell between 2013 and 2014. Is that true? No. There was 2% inflation in 2014, so prices were higher in 2014. They're trying to mislead you. Inflation was lower in 2014 than 2013, but that's just disinflation. Prices were still higher by 2%. So no, which statement must be correct? A is not correct. B is the cost of living was lowest in 2014. No, because consumer prices increased every year. So the cost of living cannot be lower in 2014. Let's see, C. The purchasing power of money rose between 2012 and 2013. No, there's inflation in 2013, and the inflation is less than the inflation in 2012, but there's still inflation. So the purchasing power of money fell a little between 2012 and 2013. So I guess D must be true, unless I made a mistake. Those on fixed incomes became worse off between 2011 and 2012. Yes. Between 2011 and 2012, there was 5% inflation. This is percentage change on previous year. So sometimes they'll say year on year, but the prices increased. From 2011, the prices increased 5% in 2012. So those on fixed incomes were worse off between 2011 and 2012. 5% increase in living expenses year on year. Sometimes this percentage change on previous years, sometimes they use the term year on year percentage change in consumer prices, for example, just a little something to know. So yes, the answer is D. Those on fixed incomes became worse off between 2011 and 2012. 5% inflation. Don't let this mislead you. This is disinflation. This is less inflation than last year, but it's still inflation. And 24. What is likely to show that a country has a rising level of economic development? Higher education, better health care. Often you can read the questions and you can just quickly guess, what might the answer be? So let's see. What is likely to show? Maybe not A, because if you have a high level, a rising or high level of economic development, it might cause inflation. So I'd say no to A. How about, does a reduced national income per head show a rising level of economic development? No, that would be declining. What about C? Does this show a rising level of economic development, a reduced provision of healthcare? No, that's probably a lower level of economic development. Yes, healthcare is a merit good with positive externalities, right? So it must be D, a reduced unemployment rate would show that a country has a rising level of economic development. So the answer for 24 must be D.